Hey everybody, it's Rob from Flailthroughs. This is Gundam Battle Operation 2, and this is a two-part guest video from Demolition Hound showing the before and after of the recently buffed Xamel. I made Demo laugh because I said I kind of expected him to send me a Xamel video, because Xamel's one of his favorite suits, and sure enough, sent me both halves of this. So yeah, this is the before. This is a 700 Xamel. And yeah, it's even then it was decent. It was, suffering at 700 even so, but it has heavy stagger. It has a lot of firepower and a lot of slots. So, you could definitely make it work. But yeah, it after the buffs, apparently it has a little bit more of all of that, as best as I can tell. So, and they also gave it damage control, which probably helped you get away from things like this Vargil. But yeah, Vargil's really kind of a dangerous raid because it has the butterfly edges that the Moon Gundam has, which are one of the few true ranged melee weapons in the game. Because yeah, most other things that should be ranged melee are reclassified as ballistic or beam, depending on what they are. But yeah, the butterfly edges are legit ranged weapons that do melee type damage. So yeah, that is. If there are any other such weapons, I don't remember. Maybe the Dreissen's Tri-Blades, but I don't think so. But yeah, luckily, again, if the raid is not boosting, which that Vargil was not, you can keep it still pretty well. It's once you get into the maneuver armor that if you don't land that heavy stagger shot, you've got a major problem. Let's see, that is... Well, it's one of the... I think is it the Phoenix? Or... I am unsure. It's kind of hard to tell the some of the unicorn types apart from this distance. Actually, it's got to be one of the standard unicorns, doesn't it? Because the Phoenix, I don't think glows green. It glows blue. Or does it go green in one mode and then go to blue? I haven't played the Phoenix in forever. I ought to get back to that. But yeah, luckily, and of course, if you've not played Trenches since they changed it, must be like 4, 5, 6 months ago now. They made the hilltops a little bit shorter, so it's harder to just, defend a point over here. And, just have your long-range cannon suit perch on top and have everyone else defend it, which, to be honest, I feel like is a fair strategy. So, but, c'est la vie. But, good double hit there. But yeah, they shortened these hills, made them a little bit easier to scale, and also they changed the lighting to improve visibility a little bit, which I kind of like the old lighting personally, but that's just me. Good shot there. Stop the Vargil in place. That gives that Sinanju Stein a chance to lay into it, hopefully. And also just, stacking on damage, not a bad thing. Good hit there. I think that one was the heavy stagger gun. I don't remember which one is which beyond... Actually, yeah. The heavy stagger one is the one that shows a straight line. Yeah, like that. The arced one that fires a solid projectile is the standard cannon. And then, of course, the last one is the cluster bomb. On top of that, it has some missiles that fire relatively quickly. Don't do a lot of build stun damage, or didn't. That has also been improved to my knowledge, so... Yeah, I want to try this for myself at some point, but we'll get to see what Demo can do with it, and it's better than anything I could come up with for sure, so... Okay, that Sosby just took a big hit to its feet. Missiles going out, and got past the shield. And somebody else took it out, but that's okay, because, yeah, Oh, geez, I just noticed... Okay, so... Thank you to everybody for putting up with the bad upload yesterday. It is now corrected if you go back and look at my videos. The one that says the real one or something like that is the test drive, the actual test drive of the Zeta Gundam 3P2. But yeah, this is... I uploaded later than I usually do because my internet was out. But yeah, my stunning powers of observation just helped me notice that Maelstrom and I were in this round. So yeah, that is where I'm at brain wise. I don't know why. I don't know why in general, but just I don't know, just not. You know, if I'm locked in on something very specific, my perception can be okay. If I'm not, and I'm trying to concentrate on multiple things at once, it's not good. But, okay, yeah, not a lot of damage from those Vulcans, but it was enough to take down that Vargil. I think the Vulcan bullets were doing like 20 damage a shot, which is, man, like I'm pretty sure that is only a tiny bit more than the Wappa's machine gun can do. So, okay, and yeah, I don't know how I failed to notice this, but oh well. I am in the Zekuines Type 2. Maelstrom is in the Zekuines Type 1. That's both good machines. I really like the Zekuines Type 2's beam rifle. You know, rapid fire, piercing, all those things. Like, literally just look to see who was spawned in and who wasn't. When, oh, those names are familiar. Okay, brain. Alright, so not sure. I think that was the Stein going past there real quick. Good shot there. Yeah, here comes the heavy stagger shot, which good timing with number 4. That is the Stein once again. And yeah, good damage to keep the Vargil still. Unfortunately, it was moving in when the when that one big splashy shot went out. So yeah, was not kind of interrupted it, but not to any serious detriment of either. They're both alive, so not bad. And I am getting beaten up by that Sazabi, which is not surprising. 57 seconds, and Vargil's down. Good time to fire. And good time for the cluster shot. Yeah, and just... yeah, ideally the Zamel can just keep shooting constantly. See, there's a Dagdoll, which, you know, type neutral, but Dagdoll still has some really nasty tricks, like that electrical field it can put out, like that one right there. The leaders, I think they are. Those are not great for, especially for something as large and slow moving as the Zamel, because that is, yeah, you're going to get a lot hit a lot with that. If Dagdoll still had its Psychemu amplifier available, it would cover an even wider area and do more damage. So yeah, that could have been nasty, but yeah, demo got out of the way, and that is the round, which yeah was a really good one. And let's take a look and see what we've got. That was fun. Yeah, I still like the Zamel. It has been downscaled for GBO2, in case you did not know that. It is ridiculously enormous. 166,000 damage, 1680 in assists, 5 and 3, 5,800 points. Very nice. And that is part 1. And here in part 2, demo is on the old Impact Site map, the first GBO2 map, which is still heavily in rotation. Been nice to see Port Base again, though. That's been absent for a good while, and it's you know, the Sunset version was what they used for the latest Situation battle, and High Tide has been showing up in rated and quick match rotations as well. So that has been nice. I guess they're not as afraid of having it back since you know, there's now no penalty for water, just bonuses for aquatic suits. I feel like one day on that map I want to build something for speed, just pure speed, and have the like the aquatic adapter attached to something really, really fast, just to see just how much of a speed boost you can get going on something. But let's see, resist there on that G-doors. I'm not sure what that is behind the wing. I think it's one of the new Gundam variants. Probably, it may just be straight up, you know, regular new. Not 100% sure. Missiles do seem to be, why is the words? missiles do seem to be doing very good damage. So yeah, I know. Again, all the weapons seem to have gotten buffed. So let's see, and that G-Doors had its was still had iframes, and now it had its defensive psycho plates up. So, and yep, it's going to get a knockdown on demo. Not that much damage though, and I know I still don't like the like striped camos because they can be like really rough on the eyes, and if you have astigmatism, you will have a real hard time looking directly at that. And incidentally, if you have a real hard time looking at that, you may want to have your eye doctor check you for astigmatism. But yeah, I kind of like the stripes on the G-Doors plates for some reason. That just looks kind of neat. But yeah, as you've been able to see, demo can do a lot of damage to some of the flyers like the Sea Gundam, and good shot. And yeah, the heavy stagger shot seems for the most part to be enough to take one of those out of the air, which is really, really valuable. And if I were the enemy team, I would have done exactly the same thing, because when somebody is just absolutely bombarding your whole team and their teammates are actually, guarding them and running interference for them, support fire will at least get them to move, if not kill them, and you'll have a moment to breathe. So yeah, it's pretty much exactly what I would have done. So, also, if you spend a lot of time waiting for your mobile suit to respawn, you may as well drop some support fire. Okay. Okay, yeah, so it was, I think when it's using that aerial shooting skill, when it's dashing straight forward, I think it may have defense against heavy stagger, but when it stopped to use melee, then demo was able to stop it, which is good. Yeah, those things. Yep, heavy stagger. Heavy stagger will knock it out of the sky, and as you can see, you don't get iframes until you've landed and stand back up. So if you fall from a great height, you are actually in trouble. Yeah, I think it managed to tank that one shot because it was boosting towards demo, and the rest of them it was not. So yeah, heavy staggered right out of the sky. But yeah, like I said, I'm working on a round with the Sea Gundam, and it's in that new in a camo design I set up because I felt like it. And when I have enough brain to rub together, I will probably try and get that posted. But so far, this round's going really well, and yeah, demo is just absolutely destroying some really dangerous things. The there is no Psycho Plate raid yet. Now that I think about it, the Psycho Bawu and the Moon Gundam are both generals, and G-Doors is a support. So that's probably good because yeah, if there was a raid that could use defensive Psycho Plates, it would be really easy for it to get in and do a ton of damage to demo. So yeah, that doesn't exist yet. I don't know if anything else in the Moon Gundam manga has used the Psycho Plates yet, or if there's, say, another G-Doors unit that could have it, but could be interesting. The Sea Gundam is really pretty good. Like I said, I'll get that video done eventually. But let's see. Yeah, enemy team finally just about caught up. They have recaptured a checkpoint in the middle, which, again, something that's very important to do if you don't want to be pushed back to your base. For some reason, I feel like just the shape of the corridors on the A side makes for a slightly easier fight being pushed back to your base than the B side has. Like, B side gets very cramped, especially here at the higher cost where everything is, the size of a house. But yeah, there's a little bit more room to maneuver, and the placement of the checkpoints is just a little bit more favorable, I think, for A side. So yeah, I feel like it's easier to mount a response from getting locked down to your side of the map on A side than on B side. But let's see. So far, though, falling a little bit behind because the enemy team is coordinating a little bit better, and yeah, they have managed to they have managed to at least push Demo's team back to the corridor here, though they have not taken point D yet, so that is not a permanent affliction yet. Let's see, and there is the C Gundam again, and good shot there. Good follow-up, and it decided to retreat towards Demo, which was, I'm going to just go ahead and say, probably a mistake. See, missiles are doing good damage. It is trying to get away, and may actually have done, which kind of surprises me, but okay, support fire. I don't know if the support fire hit anything. It looks like it might have hit that Banshee, but okay, good shot there. And yeah, you can see the G-Door Psycho Plates kind of over the horizon there, but a little bit less than a minute to go. There is some catching up to do, but I feel like it can be done, so we'll see how it comes out. The fact that, like, this is in a team that has been, that started with a struggle at the beginning of the round, this is actually kind of a really terrible and frustrating position to be in, because you finally pulled it back, but in the last minute, most of your team is low on health. They all get wiped. There you are, running at a small point deficit by yourself, having to fight like 4 different things. I sympathize. I have been in that position so many times. They're doing a pretty good job of keeping it even, but it looks like okay, yeah, they did manage to take somebody out. I think the funnel missiles did it, and they are back. They got off of their back foot at the last moment very nicely. So, it was still a really good round and a close one, though. So let's take a look at final numbers. Okay, Demo swept the board, 195K, 8,300 score, top assist score of 1,050, 10 kills and 2 deaths. So yeah, Zamel definitely doing a lot of work there. So that is going to do it for today's Gundam Battle Operation 2. Thank you again, Demo, for the rounds. I appreciate it. And until next time, everybody take care and have fun. Later. Okay, so yeah, they have added 3,000 hit points to the Zamel. At level 1, it was 19,000. Now it's 22. And the upper levels, of course, get more. At level 1, the Zamel has damage control level 1. Here at level 5, at 700, it now has damage control level 3. So yeah, it is even harder to stop than it was. It's been given 1 slot extra in each of the 3 locations. Went from 5 to 6 on close range slots, 15 to 16 on mid-range, and 16 to 17 on long range. And of course, at level 5, it's going to have significantly more than that. The missiles actually only got an extra 25 damage each, but they also got less recoil. They're faster, and yeah, and the weapon switching time is shorter. I was not correct when saying the weapon switching time on everything was shorter. What is shorter on all 3 versions of the 680mm cannon is how long you're frozen in place after firing. But for the heavy stagger version, I'm pretty sure it is power has been increased by 100 points at level 1 from 16 to 17. It's the 680mm HE, just to give the names in case I'm wrong about which one is which. The Type 3, which I'm pretty sure is the cluster bomb, the power at level 1 went from 1,200 to 1,300. And that did get more shorter switching time. And then the last version went from 1,900 to 2,000. That's probably the heavy stagger one. Thanks, Brain. And it also got shortened switching time. So yeah, it's just the standard type of cannon, if I'm right, that does not have shortened switching time. Let's see. And yeah, they gave more build stun and a faster rate of fire to the 20mm Vulcans. So let's see. In terms of stats, the average win rate for supports at 500, where the level 1 Zamel lives, is actually flat 50% still. Zamel was winning 42.6% of the time. Rival win rate average is across supports 47.7, Zamel 32.7. Damage dealt 66,000 on average across supports, 52k for the Zamel. 3.1 MS lost on average for supports at 500, 3.3 for the Zamel. At 550, pretty similar. Average win rate for supports 50.4. Zamel's pulling 43.2. Slightly higher rival win rate. The average for supports is 48.3, which is like 0.5% higher than at 500, but the Zamel put on like 3% more at 35.8. Still below average, but less below average, so yay. 71,000 damages, the support average at 550. Zamel was doing 53,421. MS loss is 3.0 on average, and Zamel was at 3.2. At 600, the win rate came up a little more, and since the average went down, that's closer overall. 49.3% average for supports at 600. Zamel was up to 44.9. 48% rival win rate. Zamel 34.4, so yeah, a little lower there. Average damage 74,651. Zamel was at 58,388. MS loss pretty close to standard, 3.1 on average, and it was at 3.2. At 650, win rate 50.3% average, 44.7 for Zamel. 48.9% rival win rate, 38.6, so up a little bit. 84,447 is the average support damage, and it was doing 55,000. Losses 3.0 and Zamel 3.1. Okay, so support type average win rate at 700 is 50.7%, and Zamel drops to 39.5. So yeah, that's the largest disparity of any level. Level 5 Zamel has a 34% rival win rate against the support average of 49.7. And here's where the damage gets really, really bad. The average support deals 100,000 damage at 700 cost, and the Zamel was averaging 55,000. And yeah, still like 1/10 of a mobile suit higher losses than the average 3.1 versus 3.2 again. So yeah, when the February updates hit, this page on the website will be updated so you can look and see what the adjustments have accomplished. So I never remember to look at that, but I think it will probably be interesting.